You know, looking back, it all came together just in such a wonderful and unique way, this blend of these different artists and their characters and just how everything came together.
I remember, I guess it was funny because I was like, oh, so Ron, do I have the role of Corey, you know, but I was the only guy who went, you know, in audition. He's like, well, there's only one role that you could play, so yeah, which is pretty funny, which strangely fits my character because he's a little bit of a, I guess, naive, and I don't want to say stupid, but he's kind of a little airheaded.
He came in and just took over that part of Corey and really made it what it is. And I do mean that in a good way, but he played that part so well. It was almost scary at times how much he came into that part.
There were times, though, I felt really bad about making fun of Corey so much, but I swear, he had it coming. I don't know, I don't think it was just the character. Dylan played Corey just a little bit too well.
So I answered an ad on Craigslist and pretty much prayed to God that was a Craigslist killer, but ended up being Ron instead, which was a safe thing, I guess.
I was expecting to come to some kind of scary setup in which they would like kidnap me and chop me up. So I brought a male bodyguard, and then I came to the studio and it was really amazing and professional and very intimidating actually. So I was glad that I memorized my lines.
Dylan, Shannon, Tasha, and I all met at that first meeting, and it soon became very noticeable that these three were the ones who were consistently showing up to every meeting. So we did make a few modifications to the original format of the series in order to base it around just the four of us.
It was a lot of fun to film some of the first footage of the Ron Judd Show actually at my house, my parents' house. It was a really good time, and it was fun to kind of light everything up, and since it was at my house, it could be more relaxed and we could be more calm and chill, I guess, and it was not only a good building experience for us, but it also looked very good for the characters because we had time to kind of get to know each other while we were filming.
I think that's when everybody discovered how much of a detail freak Dylan was. I think that's a good phrase to use for him.
I got reamed up the behind by Dylan with continuity issues because he was the king of that. Anything was out of place, and oh man, you would not hear the end of it. Chords, hand movements, yada yada.
He was constantly ad-libbing, throwing in a little extra line or a little extra something, and would just start me laughing, you know, and we'd have to, of course, do the take all over again. But they were good, and that was the thing. So oftentimes it was a matter of how do we save that take and cut out my reaction to it.
Though I'll tell you, Dylan and Ron, they are some jokesters. They make it extremely hard to be serious anywhere that you film. And when you finally get into the zone in your character, oh, someone goes off again, says something.
Relatively soon thereafter, Tasha stepped forward to begin writing some of the on-stage skits, which really helped out a lot. Gave me the opportunity to focus more on the character development and what was happening behind the scenes, and then I contributed a skit or two myself along the way.
And then eventually evolved into I pretty much took over an entire show because I'm a strong girl.
Not only did Tasha help out with the writing, but she essentially, very soon after the series began, she became my assistant producer and took on a lot of the job of coordinating and making sure everything went together, and just what a tremendous help that was, because it's a lot to keep track of for one person, as well as doing, obviously, a great job portraying the part of Beverly as well.